Good morning to all the students of class 10th D. Beta, we are doing the ball poem. Fine, it's on page 46. I would be sharing the screen also with you all. But before that, let's revise the points. I had written some points yesterday also, but they were different. Today I have written uh, it differently. The concept is same. The theme is not going to change, obviously. It's a very brief poem, very small. The boy loses his ball and feels depressed. Fine, this poem will be telling a very simple incident, but it carries a major, you can say, main theme of this poem is quite different. When we read it, we won't be able to understand what this poem is all about. Whether it is about the ball. Actually, ball is a symbol here. Ball is used as a metaphor in this poem, and this idea is of lost childhood. The boy would be losing his ball and he would be feeling depressed, and he would be seeing that his ball in a very, merrily bouncing and going from one place to another, and it will just go into the waters and where he cannot go and fetch it back. Fine, the way a child loses the toy, the way a child loses its ball and feels depressed and he can't do anything, he's just standing there helplessly. Similarly, when our childhood goes, we can't do anything. We can't bring it back. So childhood is considered the best period of one's life because there is no, worries. There are no responsibilities. You are not responsible to give answer of whatever you're doing. We adult people are responsible for all our actions. We have to reply for whatever we are doing. We are answerable if we do something wrong. We can't do this. But if a child does anything, he can do any stupid thing or whatever he's doing, we know that okay, he's a bacha hai. He's a child, he's just a child in that way. So childhood is the most relishing period of one's life, and if it's gone, it's gone. Fine, it never comes back. So the thing is, one should relish that moment, one should enjoy. Life is transitory, life is short lived. Let's make most out of it. So this is the theme of this poem. So he loses the ball, uh, and other balls are of no use to him. He does not like playing with ball. When poet sees, John Barryman sees the boy was playing with the ball and he lost the ball, but he could give him other balls also, but they're of no use because he was attached to his own personal ball. Yeah. So then recovery from loss. One should recover from the loss and move on. Standing up again and accept the loss. After lying down, when life knocks us down, one should learn to stand up again. There are many difficulties. Difficulties do not come to destroy you. Difficulties come to check how difficult you are. Fine? This should be the spirit. So, not wasting much time, we have done 2 stanzas. Let's continue with the poem. 40 students have joined, so I would be 41, I guess, 41. So rest again. There are many absent. Yesterday there were only 2. What happened? But these are not extra classes. These are the compulsory classes. Make sure everybody joins. Encourage your friends also, those who have not joined, that join them, ask them to join on regular basis. Beta, friends, real friends are those who encourage others, not let down others. So we have read so far. Page number 46. Clear? The poet sees a boy who was playing with a ball, then boy loses his ball while playing it. The poet asks, what should the boy be feeling now? This is a question of the poet in his mind, maybe. He asked, what will the boy do now after losing the ball? So he saw the ball bouncing merrily and going down the street, and now it has fallen into the water. It means it is lost forever. So after relishing his childhood, he has seen his childhood just getting lost somewhere, and he is entering into the adulthood now. Okay. And then there is no use of consoling the boy. Then after posing a question, poet he himself is giving the answer to. He's saying that after that ball goes into the water, nothing can be done. Boy was standing there rigid, trembling, staring down, looking in the same direction for hours. He was shaking and he was being quite rigid. And all his young days into the harbor where his ball went. I already told you the meaning of harbor, where loading and unloading of the things is done. And I would not intrude on him a dime, another ball is worthless. So he says, I would not interfere into his personal life, poet says. He says the loss of the ball in the harbor reminds him of his childhood. Childhood days are lost, they will never come back, and he should not intrude into his life by offering him other balls, because other balls are of no use to him. He was attached with his own ball. There is no use of consoling the boy. So a loss cannot be compensated here. Here we would be reading from here only. I would not intrude on him. And the last one. Fine, this much is left. He says the poet does not want to intervene. The poet does not want to interfere, intrude, intervene, interfere, one and same thing. They are the synonyms. Clear? He says, I would not. Poet says he would not interfere or intervene into the boy's life. He would not console him. He will not tell the boy that the ball he has lost costs almost nothing. A dime here means it is equivalent to nothing. Fine. Dime is actually, when we say very cheap, very cheap. Fine. So that's why he's just trying to evaluate. He's saying that he will not console him by saying that he can buy another ball quite easily. You know, the price of the ball is quite cheap. Now, good sense prevails over the boy. He senses first responsibility. Means here, poet sees the sign of responsibility about this boy. He's saying he knows that in this world, people are always busy, always running, and they are running after acquiring, and then they lose the things. Find this in a world of possessions. What are the possessions? We people are running after material things. We want to buy many things in the world. So he says, boy senses responsibility that in a world of possessions, people will take balls. Balls will be lost back. Money is external. He is learning. Well behind his desperate eyes, the epistemology of loss, how to stand up knowing what every man must one day know, and most know many days how to stand up. Here, I have just read the lines. I would be explaining to you now. He says that now the responsibility started, dawning upon this boy. He knows that in this world of possessions, people run after acquiring the things and losing the things. And he realizes that it is his first responsibility in such a world that buying and losing, getting and losing the things will continue throughout our lives. We will achieve the things, we will achieve a designation, we will lose it one day. We will acquire the possessions, we will lose all the things one day. Even people will leave us when they enter our lives. So such balls and the balls they buy will continue to be lost. Once a ball is lost, it's lost forever. Money is totally external to our inner feelings. Money can't compensate our emotional loss. Fine, this is the main theme. Money cannot compensate our emotional loss. Childhood that we have lost forever, it cannot be bought with the money. So what we should do? We should, every man, last line में उसका देखो बेटा meaning है पूरा. Every man must one day know, and most know also many days, how to stand up. Means after the loss, how to accept the loss, and how to move forward after accepting the loss. This is the major message given in this poem by John Berryman. Fine, very easy poem. It seems to be about a ball, but it's actually not about a ball. It's about losing one's childhood, losing one's possessions, losing one's age, and once it's lost, it cannot be regained. What we can do is we have to accept the situation the way it is, and we should move forward. I always share one formula. You can say it's not a formula to live life. I always say carpe diem. These words are not from English language. You can search on it. Carpe diem. Carpe diem means pluck the moment. Live in the present. Fine, we people, either we are living in the past, that what happened yesterday or what happened years back. Can you change the past? If you can change it, you can think about it. Let's think about it and it will be changed. No. We cannot change the past at all. We cannot mend our past mistakes. Whatever is done, it's done. Fine. And same way, we cannot make changes into the future events also. Can you stop that? You just stick to one particular age, or you will not grow old, or you will not lose the things and people? No. So we cannot make changes into our future also. So what we can do, we can just carpe diem. Carpe diem means pluck the moment and live. This is not you're going to write in any of the answer. I'm just sharing my viewpoint about this poem. That one should live in the present moment. One should breathe the present moment. Okay. So the message given by this poem is acceptance of the loss, and stand up again and start your life with full zeal. Okay. Any doubt to anyone? You can ask me, beta. I would be making you write stanza wise questions then. Any doubt to anyone? No doubts are there. So before continuing to the question answer, I would like to ask my friends, any of my students, my dear friends, you are the friends only. Share your viewpoint, what you have learned from this point. What you have learned from this point. Just raise your hand, beta. 42 students have joined. Out of 42, you can tell me. Otherwise, I will be unmuting any of you. And if you do not speak, you are absent. Raise your hand. Just tell me what is the message given by this poem. I have explained to you very clearly. Raise your hands. Tanya has raised hand. Well done, Tanya. I want to see the raised hands first. Rest 42 students or 41 students are not listening. Divyansh, Ved, very good. I would be naming the students first. Many students, talk a lot when it comes to chat and all. I'm not talking about the chat box. Nobody will be sending me text there. I would be unmuting you, then you will speak. Just raise your hand. Divyansh and Tanya, well done. Other students, Mehak, very good. Mehak also has raised hand. What I want maximum, beta, I want to know whether you're able to understand. This is very simple poem. Very simple. If you remain hesitant now, you will be hesitant forever. Nahi bologe, it will be a habit only throughout your lives. Whenever there is a chance to speak, speak up. So what if you speak wrong? I will correct you. Okay, Mehak, beta, you can speak. I will be giving chance to all 3 students.
Ma'am, in our life, we should leave our past and we should live in the present. Past things will always make us feeling grief and all sorrow. And we should leave our past. We should always be happy with whatever we are having today.
Okay, beta, you can mute yourself. Now it's turn of Divyansh, Ved.
The lesson we taught that we all are prone to loss of one kind or the other.
It's very good. Tanya.
Ma'am, this poem taught that we should live in present, although there might be losses. but we must accept them and move on and forward. We must not be materialistic and not stuck onto situations, as our life is precious.
Right? Life is quite precious. Don't waste it sticking to possessions and running after material things. When something is lost, it's lost. It cannot be regained. Fine. Well done to all the three students and the ones who have sent me answers in the chat box also. Prince is saying, we often love our possessions, but we fall into sorrow when we lose them. The poem symbolizes that we need to move on and live in the present. Okay. Princey, try to speak only. Fine. Very good. If you have sent the answer, I appreciate, but I prefer that you speak. Fine. This gives you a boost in the confidence that yes, I can speak in front of all the students and in front of my whole class. So you are setting a standard for yourself. Others are just sitting the way. You will not, feel even like, don't you feel bored just listening to the lecture? You're supposed to react also. When you speak, you learn a lot. Whether you'll be speaking wrong or right, that doesn't matter. Okay, you should speak at least. Okay, so now better stanza wise questions. Write down the question of stanza number 3rd. I would not intrude. You will start the 3rd stanza from again, let me share the screen with you, Vita, if you want to see the stanza. I would not intrude. Start from I would not intrude, and you will be marking it with a till world of possessions. In a world of possessions, okay? First question is, give the meaning of the word intrude. Give the meaning of the word intrude. INTRUDE. Fine. It means encroach. ENCROACH. Encroach or interfere or intervene. All are correct. Right. Then next question is, what does the boy sense? What does the boy sense? Yes. What does he sense? The boy senses that the loss of the ball is a new experience for the boy, but he realizes that people are always running after the things, acquiring them and losing them. So he realizes the first responsibility to accept the loss. Clear? So the boy understands and realizes that one should accept the loss, whatever loss is. Clear? Third question of the same stanza is, give the meaning of the you can say explain the expression in a world of possessions. Explain the expression in the world of possessions. So in the world of possession means people are running after materialistic things only, acquiring them and losing them. Next is stanza number 4 and last stanza. People will take till last. Fine, start from, you will not write the complete stanza in your notebooks, beta. You will just write people will dash dash stand up. And then you will write the questions and answers, obviously. Fine. Start from people will take, mark it till last. How to stand up. Clear? First question is, money is external. Explain it. Within inverted commas, write down, money is external. Explain it. It means money can buy things. It cannot buy the sense of loss. Fine. What does it mean? Money is a material thing. It can buy things for you, but it cannot buy the sense of loss. A new ball can be bought easily by spending a little money. Dime is a little money only. Fine. Dime is a, you can say, mode of payment. So he's saying that a new ball can be bought easily by spending a little money or spending a dime, but no amount of money can buy an emotional loss. Emotional loss cannot be bought by money, cannot bought with money, sorry. Yeah. Second question is, what is the boy learning and how? What is the boy learning and how? The boy is learning to overcome the sense of loss. Right? Boy has lost his childhood, or you can say the ball in literal meaning. He must, he's learning to overcome the sense of loss. He's growing to understand that we have to accept the loss to move forward in life. Last question, beta, of this stanza. What must every man know one day? What must every man know one day? Yes, every man has to accept the harsh realities of life. He must learn how to bear the loss. He must understand, or he must accept the loss and move forward. Fine, he has to move ahead by forgetting the loss, by accepting the loss of their childhood. Fine. Any doubts to anyone, beta? Nobody has asked me epistemology of loss. I left it deliberately. I wanted to see whether anybody would ask me or not. Nobody has asked me. It means you know the meaning. You can tell me. I have told you the meanings of very easy words, but I left epistemology of loss. What do you mean by that? Meanings are not written there, beta, properly. In your book also, only 2-3 meanings are there. So epistemology of loss means understanding the nature of loss. Understanding the nature of loss. That is epistemology. Like you have, it is a study only. You just study biology, fine, psychology. In that way, this is the study of human behavior, then we say it is psychology. So in that way, when you study the nature of loss, that is called epistemology. Fine. So epistemology of loss is understanding the nature of loss. Clear? Now everything is clear. Send me thumbs up, beta. We can start with the questions on page number 47. Everything is clear to everyone. Everybody has sent me thumbs up. Any doubt to anyone can raise hand and ask me now, beta. Okay, it's clear to everyone. So let's continue. We are not having much time. So you would be answering the questions now. I told you already. First question is, why does the poet say, I would not intrude on him? Why does not he offer him money to buy another ball? Who would answer this? Bisam has asked me this epistemology of laws. Okay, I just read in the chat box later. Yes, anyone would like to answer the first question? The poet does not want to indulge in any kind of... Yes, Tanya, you can answer better.
And the poet says so that he would not intrude, that he would not interfere on him, because he wants that that the boy should learn the epistemology of loss and learn how to stand up after loss and overcome that loss.
Yes, you can write, multiple answers can be there. The poet doesn't want to indulge in any kind of sermonizing. Right? Sermonizing means किसी को भाषण देना. But people do not understand it. He does not want to teach him in that way. So the poet doesn't want to indulge in any kind of sermonizing, and nor does he want to impose his views on that boy. he wants that he should understand epistemology of laws by himself. As he's growing older, he should understand it on his own. And why doesn't he buy another ball? Other balls can be easily bought with a dime only, but he does not want, he knows that no ball can replace his ball. Fine. His memories are attached with his own personal ball. Nobody can replace it. No other ball can replace it. So that's why he just drops the idea of buying him another one. Clear? So second question is, staring down all his young days into the harbor where his ball went. Do you think the boy has had the ball for a long time? Is it linked to the memories of days when he played with it? So actually the loss of ball here stands for the loss of childhood. Like the ball fell into the water and lost forever, his childhood has been lost in the harbor of life. It seems that the boy has kept the ball for a long time. He has relished his childhood for a long time. So the loss is linked to, definitely it is linked to the memory of days when he played with it. He has relished his childhood. Now after losing it, he is feeling bad. Okay. What does in the world of possession means? The physical world is the world of possession. Buying, owning the things, buying the things, possessing the things, and even grabbing the material things. It has become the only aim of the people. Fine. That's why the poet has used the word in the world of possessions. People have a tendency of accumulating the wealth, accumulating the material things. Accumulating means ikatha karna. Fine. They want to lead luxurious life. They want to collect luxuries. But no wealth can compensate the emotional loss or internal feeling. No money can buy. Fine. Then there is question. Do you think the boy has lost anything earlier? Pick out the words that suggest the answer. Yes, before the loss of the ball, the boy has lost something earlier too. And this loss cannot be compensated. What is that? Before losing the ball, it is the loss of his childhood that will never come back again. Fine. And which line suggests underline staring down all his young days into the harbor? Ye wali line, underline it. Here. Or early childhood also, Bisam. Fine. Infanthood is right. Staring down all his young days into the harbor reveals his sense of loss. Next question, only 2 questions are left. Stay there. I'll be taking 2 minutes only. What does the poet say the boy is learning from the loss of the ball? Try to explain this in your own words. Yes. Like every sensible grown-up person, the boy is also learning to know the nature of loss. He's learning that such balls continue to be bought and they are lost again. We must not cry over it. We must not weep over it. Rather, we should move ahead after accepting the loss. वही चीज जो मैंने बोर्ड पे लिखा है. Same. Last question, have you ever lost something? This is but a personal question. This is your choice, what you want to write. Write a paragraph describing how you felt then and saying whether and how you got. Now, only 36 students are there. Others have left. Tell them. Last question will be in the form of a diary entry, beta. Fine. Last question you will be writing in the form of a diary entry. Ye writing skill bhi practice ho jayegi, and side by side you are doing a question also. So whatever, yes, I'm also like the boy of the poem. I have lost so many things, and who does not? Everybody loses the things in the life. Fine. So getting and losing are the natural aspects. They are the law of nature. So you can tell your own story briefly. Fine. Don't write one page about it. You can write about loss of your personal. You can say anything. This is the personal question. Whatever you will be writing, I would be reading only. Clear? But at last, after telling about briefly whatever you have lost, and at last you can write, this is all about the life. And I'm not different from other boys and girls. I'm not different from other human beings. Others have also lost too, the way I have lost. So I have accepted my loss and I will move forward in my life. Fine. So you will be doing the last question in the form of diary entry. With this, our session ends. and tomorrow we will be continuing with grammar. Okay, have a nice day, beta.